Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Puerto Vallarta. Happy Monday. It is 10 a.m. It is June the 1st. We are there. We've arrived finally. I've been teasing it long enough on the show. And happy Monday to you. So first and foremost, welcome to PVRN, Puerto Vallarta Real News. I am Brent Lane, your host. Good to be with you again, but you might notice the ticker at the bottom's a little different today. That's right. Today I am pre-recorded, so you can still say good morning, talk amongst yourselves. Matter of fact, I'll even give you a good morning because I know who's out there. I know everybody that shows up every day, but I'm helping a friend move this morning, so my back might be achy, but I'm still here for you no matter what. So again, this is a pre-recorded show. I hardly ever do that, but it's for a good cause. Big shout out. They're not only friends, but they're also frequent viewers. So I'll be with them today and this morning. It doesn't mean I'm moving for any of y'all, but definitely doing it for these fine folks this morning. So again, this show is pre-recorded. I'll remind you a few times during the show, just so you know I'm not ignoring you in any way, shape, or form. All right, I hope you guys had gals had an amazing weekend. We had a nice weekend, a little bit of busy, a little bit of not busy. We had the anniversary this weekend. You know, we really didn't make it down there for too much of that as we had some other plans. But I'm not going to show you a live view of Puerto Vallarta right now because, as I mentioned, well, this is a pre-recorded show. I don't want to cheat you. If you're a new viewer, if you're a new person here to the show, please do hit the bell at the bottom, hit the like button. It really does help. And accept all the notifications so you never, ever miss a show because this is the place to get the real news of Puerto Vallarta by Yide Banderas and our entire location. And if you're new, I'm sorry your very first show isn't live. 99.99% of the time, this is always a live show. So this weekend, what did we do? So I mentioned we were going to have that cocktail class. Let's actually just throw that up right now so we get as many photos up as possible. So we were down at Osto this weekend for about, I think it was at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. We did a cocktail making class with a bunch of friends. Thank you so much. Big shout outs to Carla and the gang for putting that together. I do want to say we were invited to this class. This was not free. This isn't a paid advertisement. It's just a kind way that I'm sharing some of our experience with you in case you want to go out there and make your own cocktails and enjoy it. It was a really fun time. We had a great time. Laura definitely wanted to take that bar set home. Maybe a hint for the owners, sell the bar set. You could have the mats and all those little things there in front of you, not those, and send everybody home. They could pay for a bar set and start making cocktails at home and make a little markup. But I'm hoping that she's seeing this and a little bit of free advertising for you. But we had a really nice time. It was fun. It was a way to chat with friends. We got a little drunk, but not too bad. And then went out and had some amazing tacos at El Carboncita afterwards. I think I'm saying that right. And it was just a fun Saturday night and really had kind of a, just kind of chill, easy, do we call it lazy Sunday, but, just kind of recovering. I hardly ever drink, so a cocktail class was a lot for me, but really enjoyed it, learned a lot about cocktails and all the stuff. So thank you for that and thanks for setting it up. But that was my weekend. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend as well and did something fun and new. If you want any information about that cocktail making class, just shoot me a note on my Facebook page, or you can send me an email right there. I'll send you the information about it. But again, I didn't set it up, so I don't know everything about the setup for it, but it seemed pretty easy and nice and pretty chill, pretty fun. All right. Let's jump into the news that happened over the weekend. Again, because this is a pre-recorded show, if something big happened Monday morning, I will have to catch up with that either on my Facebook page or on Tuesday. So first up, it's an update on the dump fire. We saw the smoke last week. We saw everything going on with that. The fire has been contained according to authorities, so that's the really good news. A lot of people volunteered and helped with that. But as the story states, the major fire at the municipal dump has essentially, watch out for the puns here, reignited intense local debate over the lack of emergency response equipment and resources in Puerto Vallarta. The blaze, as you know, broke out in the early morning last week and teared through about 20 hectares of light and heavy vegetation, as well as surrounding areas with the cardboard. And it was just a mess. And then they got it. The emergency crews were deployed, and over 80,000 liters of water to manage the flames, which heavily targeted the local zone containing the tires that were burning. It was really hard to put out. It became like an underground fire and was smoldering and really tough to put out. So while municipal officials confirmed that the fire was successfully kept away from primary solid waste cells, the incident has highlighted the ongoing operational strains on the local fire department. Community members and regional emergency response advocates are using the event to push for critical upgrades to Puerto Vallarta's public resources. They argue that expanding the city's fleet of water trucks, heavy machinery, and specialized firefighting gear is essential to prevent future containment delays and protect local air quality from toxic smoke during the dry season. Absolutely. I'm absolutely certain a few of you said good morning, but since I'm not live, I'll take a big guess. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. I love it. What else can I say? You know what y'all are? We're joining. I have a few new graphics. Right now, I'm probably not going to do a lot of them because this is a pre-recorded show, but as I see your comments, when I'm live again tomorrow, I'll start using some of my new morning effect graphics I built over this weekend. Okay, so I showed you a few of them, but I got a bunch more. Don't worry. They're kind of fun. All right, with that, and speaking of graphics and stuff, let's move over to what we love. Now, I'm currently not drinking a coffee. I'm having a flavored soda water. So I can't cheat on that one too much, but I'll cheers with that anyways. Ching to the cheers flavored soda water. Now that actually might more closely match some of you afternoon viewers that are not cheersing coffee with me. So hey, we get a little more synchronicity in our lives today. Kind of fun. All right, let's talk about new patrol vehicles that are going to be here. Specifically, we're talking about boats. So these were just announced over the weekend. Here's a shot. I want to zoom into the marina. But the municipal government of Puerto Vallarta has initiated official procedures to acquire a fresh fleet of patrol boats to significantly strengthen public safety operations. And of course, that's ahead of we all know it, the FIFA World Cup 2026. Everything's for that right now. The strategic security expansion was formally announced by Puerto Vallarta's mayor during a high-level meeting of the Regional Security and Business Participation Council. The city is working to finalize the addition of up to 35 new units to modernize the municipal police force's active fleet and broaden daily operational capabilities, according to them. Now, the local authorities emphasize that a robust regional security strategy is absolutely critical to handle the massive influx of international tourists that we're hoping for and expecting for the upcoming World Cup festivities. The mayor highlighted that Puerto Vallarta will maintain tight coordinated security measures alongside neighborhood Bahia de Banderas and state and federal law enforcement agencies. This collaboration initiative aims to fortify emergency response times, enhance strategic field tactics, and maximize overall perceptions of safety for our locals, international visitors, and soccer fans. Be sure to let me know what you think about in the comments about that. I mean, it really feels like we're ramping up. We've been kind of ramping up ever since, 222. But, we're showing more like we're tough. We're puffing our chests out here in Bahia and in Puerto Vallarta. So what do you think about it? Put it in the chat if you have a comment. I think it's good. It's too bad we have to do it. But I think the having safety and the perception of safety is absolutely critical here these days. And I hope we get this influx of tourists that they keep talking about. I'm really hoping that the city needs it. As a matter of fact, you may or may not have seen that I've got an initiative going. I've been putting it on Facebook to try and pick a local restaurant every week to have a sit down in, but I'm also going to provide those as a way to do a little meet and greet with me. I was inspired by Barry Kessler and his podcast Meet and Greet over at Whiskey Kitchen, that I can be out there every week with the Facebook group I also do, which is Gen Expats PV, and PVRN viewers who want to sit down and chat me up and say hi. I'll let you know where I'm going to be during that week. And it's all for an amazing cause. Let's really help these businesses that are hurting so much this time of year. So watch for those. I've got a group of fine folks that are helping out with that. So big shout out to all of them. Thank you so much for that. Tomorrow, I'm not done with the news yet, but I don't want to forget because I almost forgot to put it in the notes. I do want to give a big shout out to another donator to the show. Of course, we have sponsors, and a lot of that's for trade, and it's really great. And every now and then, I get a donation, and it's 99% of the time through Substack. And thank you so much. So thank you so much. I'll mention your name tomorrow, so I can do it live on air in case you're on as well. But another nice sponsor on Substack. So thank you so much. And Substack's a really cool platform. I'd rather have you here live, but if you can't do live and you don't know when to catch the show, subscribe to Substack. You're going to get the show in your email every single day for free. Should you choose to make a donation to the show, well, that's a great way to do it. You just click on the donate button, and these right now doesn't get you additional content, but it gets you my love and admiration, and it really does help fund the additional tools I use on this show to create really cool effects like that. Oh, so there you go. You contribute, you get that. If you don't like that, well, you probably shouldn't contribute because I'm just going to do more of that fun stuff. All right, moving forward to the next story, we've got a new direct flight, a new route within Mexico. So connectivity to the Mexican Pacific is getting a major boost this week as a brand new direct flight route to Puerto Vallarta is scheduled to officially launch this Tuesday. That's tomorrow. The incoming nonstop service will link travelers directly to our airport from Aguascalientes, and it's going to create a new just way to get back and forth from these people, from these places. And I've been there. It's actually a pretty cool little city. So the arrival of the new direct route aligns with the region's ongoing infrastructure expansion ahead of the highly anticipated summer travel rush and as the government again can say this, and the major upcoming international events, World Cup. And the airport and hospitality representatives note that the increased direct seating capacity will directly support the local economy by driving higher hotel occupancy rates, tourism, etc. So welcome, and thank you, Valeris, for the new direct flight. I think that's going to be fun. If you've never been out there to Aguascalientes or they've never been here, well, hey, you don't have to wait around and jump to Mexico City or Guadalajara. You can just have a direct flight now. So that's pretty cool. So for that, I will definitely do a cheers. It's normally coffee cam, but today it's soda water in a Heineken koozie. This is not a beer, I promise. Cheers. All right. Last story for today. It's going to be a catch-up one from the weekend. Did y'all see this story on social media? Luckily, I'm going to tell you right now, nobody was hurt, which is great. But a traffic accident caused by an alleged sudden mechanical failure resulted in property and damage on Mexico Avenue in Puerto Vallarta. The incident occurred around 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, pretty close to Hidalgo Park, and a sand-colored Toyota, which you can see in the picture there, was traveling southbound when its brakes failed, allegedly near Venezuela Street, causing the driver to lose control of the vehicle. The out-of-control vehicle first slammed into the back of a white and yellow Nissan car. The impact forced the truck to veer into the median, where it then collided with two concrete barriers, completely destroying one of them and destroying a nearby garden bed. Fortunately, authorities confirmed that no injuries reported, and the incident resulted in only material losses. So bad for her, bad for the car that got clipped, bad for the planter. Puerto Vallarta Gardening Club is going to need to jump on that. Oh, so that's it for today. We've hit about a pretty short show when we're not live. Not as much interaction, but again, if this was your first show, we're always live. I'm always live Monday through Friday. Friday is Casual Friday. But today, as you can see, we did have to pre-record. For those that have been on since the beginning of the show, they're probably really sick of hearing that. But it is what it was. So I hope you guys have an amazing Monday. We've got an amazing week ahead. I'll be back tomorrow to cover more Puerto Vallarta real news. I hope to see you then. And again, like over the weekend, I got a lot of requests for all the links to this show. And they're always in the show notes and they're always on Facebook because a lot of people are saying my brother, my friend, my father, my nephew, whomever is back in the US or Canada and says they're seeing these awful stories about Puerto Vallarta. We've got, the 222 incident, some murders, unfortunately, recently, just some really bad stuff. But it's been kind of twisted a little bit internationally. So what they're asking me for is links to this show. And it's never why I intended or created this show. It was more just to get real news. But I mean, yeah, that's real news. So maybe it is. So if you've got family out there, if you've got friends out there, they've got concerns about you or your property, or you've got concerns, please share the show, share the links to YouTube to come on live, Substack to get subscribed, whatever you need to do to try and help them feel more at ease. As you would see by today's show, mostly not bad news going on, but when there is news going on and it's not great, I definitely take my time, really try to review the story, really try to check with a lot of sources, and then bring you the facts as I uncover them. So you're really not going to get a lot of breaking news here and like, oh my gosh, like this is, I don't want to be the first out there. I want to be the most accurate, and that's what I try to do. So hopefully you're sharing the show, and that's helping your friends, your family, your loved ones feel better about Puerto Vallarta's future, and you and your day-to-day life here. So that's it. That's my little monologue for the end to get a little extra time on the show. Once again, hang in there just for about a minute. Support my amazing sponsors. So happy to have you here today, and I'll see you back live tomorrow. Have a great one, everybody.